Hey there, and welcome to a new Talking Tuesday video. Today I've got so many things to tell you because it's my first gear video where I will show to you everything I am using now or everything that I've bought up until now. So this is why I have this little piece of paper with me to not getting confused about what to talk. So the first thing you will see here is my very first guitar. It's a Quintos guitar Strat model, and maybe you know it already. I've done a video on this guitar as my first guitar talk video, and if you want to check this one out one more time, I've put the link here in the preview screen or whatever. And I really love this guitar. It was my first guitar and I still love it, but it's not that good anymore because whenever you play with it, it's scratchy because the pickups have some problems. And what you can see here is the amplifier I've played with for many years. It's a Line 6 Spider 4 at 75 watts, and it's a good amplifier. It's a transistor amplifier, but it doesn't have the certain power, you know, like a tube amp has. So, speaking about tube amps, here's the newest member in my family of gear thingies. It's an Engel Iron Ball I've bought just in the beginning of October, and now I just don't have any money anymore. I love this amplifier. It's a cool tube amplifier. It has 20 watts and it has got a power soak, and you can regulate it to 1 watts or 5 watts so you don't bug your neighbors or your family or whatever when you play. It's so awesome. And together with this amplifier I've got a cabinet at a 1 time 12 box. It's really cool and I love the sound. It's so powerful, and now when you play to some Bullet for My Valentine or Avenged Sevenfold songs, it just sounds right. It's so unbelievable. Guitar solos. I just hear my vibrato, and this is completely something new for me, so I can really practice so much better now. Along with this amplifier I've bought 2 pedals. The first one is a Korg tuner, and it's really awesome. It has such a bright display which tells you so exactly if your guitar is tuned right. It's awesome. And the second one is a Boss Reverb RV6. This thing is such a funny pedal because it has so awkward settings you can have, and you can create horror music or really atmospheric sounds with it. I might demonstrate it to you if you are interested, so here's just a picture of it, and I love this pedal already. So what's coming up now is the foot switch for my amplifier. It's really expensive for a foot switch, but it's out of metal, not of plastic, so it's really cool and stable, and this foot switch can determine or can say whether you want to play in clean mode or you want to add a gain boost. So my amplifier has a gain boost and a lead boost, and this is really awesome to get some really heavy tones out of it. Next thing, I will continue talking a bit about my guitars. I won't tell so many things about them because every guitar will get a separate video where I present them to you and also where I play them for you so that you get an idea how they sound like. The first one I want to start with is just playing here. It was my all-time favorite guitar for several years because, you know, I love the colors black and red, and so I love this Ibanez, and it has such an amazing sound. I mean, I paid like 315 euros. No, my parents paid like 315 euros to get it for me as a Christmas present, and I'm still in love in this guitar, but you will learn more once I've recorded the video for you about this guitar. I just want to say it has such a variety of sounds with the toggle switch, and about the specs I will just shoot another video for you because it will take too long, and I think this guitar deserves such a cool video because it's the first one I really love to play so much. The second one I will present to you is the PRS, and I've already done a video of it, one of the first Guitar Talk videos I think. And if you want to learn more about my PRS Custom SE24 Sapphire Blue, you can click here on this PV video where I present it to you, adding some tones and everything. And I really love this color, I love this guitar, it's so comfortable to play on it and it's so smooth and everything, I really love it. Third guitar is actually the newest member in my guitar family. It's a Fernandez Dragonfly Deluxe in black, and I've bought this guitar for 300 euros, and actually it was 1000 euros, so it was such a cool sale price, and I'm like, what the fuck have I bought? It's so awesome, because now when you play Slipknot songs or Five Finger Death Punch songs, they just sound right. I mean, it's so powerful. It has two EMG pickups, an EMG 60 and an EMG 81, and it's like a punch on your face, and together with the ebony fretboard it's like a total shredding guitar. And this guitar will also get a separate video, so I won't tell too much about it now. I just love it. It's a cool X. And now the last guitar I own is an ESP LTD EC10, and it's about maybe 200 euros. I got it for 150. I had a band back in the days, and so next to this guitar I had to get a guitar, so whenever this one has a broken string on stage I will have another guitar. A spare guitar, that's the word I was searching for. And yes, I have pimped it with some stickers because I don't like Les Paul models that much. Don't hit me. I'm more the Stratocaster type. But I love this guitar. It's sounding different and it has a unique tone, and I still like to play it, and I think I will now set it up to open C tuning to play to some In Flames songs, because I listened to many In Flames songs recently, and so I think I will do a cover of one of their songs. So also this guitar will get a separate video, so I won't tell that much about it. Okay, these were all of my guitars, and now I will just tell you something about my recording equipment. And back in the days I just recorded with the microphone input of my laptop and directly off my Line 6 Spider amplifier, and this is why the sound was really muddy, and I had to re-record so many times because it was saturating and everything, and it was really annoying. And so one day I decided to get myself an audio interface in order to record properly, and I'm so happy with this interface because it's so stable and it has two inputs where you can put a microphone. I don't sing, but some of my friends do, and a guitar. And the signal that is put out is so clean and everything, and you can add distortion afterwards with some programs. I will tell you which one I use later on, and I think this was the best investment I've done so far, because the covers get a huge tone with it and I love it. So here, short video about my laptop. This is the thingy on where I cut my videos and edit the audios and everything. Now I will just talk a bit about the programs I use on this laptop. Actually, I wanted to shoot a screen video of the program I use and the amplifier I use, but the screen recorder I've downloaded, and which is working even with video games and everything, just won't work because of the ASIO for All driver. So it's a conflict there, and I haven't figured out how to record the screen when I'm in my recording program, so I will just give you a screenshot and explain something. And I want to do a rundown on my recording software, so if there is anything you know about a screen recorder that can record Cubase then please put it in the comments below, because it was so frustrating. I've recorded 3 screen recorders and it wasn't just working. So okay, enough talking about this. I use Cubase AI 7 or 8, I have to check again. And this software was coming along free with my audio interface, and I love it. I think I have set up my laptop once again to use the program because it was too slow. So, and this program is so easy to use once you have figured out how to use it, and it's so comfortable to record now because I don't have to do the synchronization of my recorded part in the backing track anymore. This is why some covers seemed offbeat and everything, because I did the synchronization afterwards. I have recorded because I wasn't able to record the track I'm playing to the backing track, and it's so easy now. It is so much time more to do some other things, and it's so cool. And also it has a mastering function, which I really dig. And now I will just talk a bit about the amplification program I use. It's called Bias Desktop Amp and FX, and it's so awesome. You have to know that they have actually set up some amps like angle tone, or using catnet tone and called it differently, but they actually sound close to original transistor or tube amps, and it's really awesome. You have such a clear tone even if you're in a heavy distortion mode, and I really dig this program. So if you are searching for a digital amplification program, just choose Bias Desktop Amp and FX, because with I think around 80 euros per each of them, it's really cheap with what you get in the end, and I can highly recommend it. And I will also make a rundown video for this software in another Guitar Talk video once I figured out how to record the screen in Cubase. And yes, another funny feature is the sound cloud you have in Bias Desktop. This is kind of a sharing place, so when you have created a preset for your amplifier, you can upload it there, and other users all over the world who own this program can download your presets, so it's pretty cool. Now I've basically talked about everything I use for my videos except for the cameras, but I think everyone has just a Digicam. I don't even use a stative or whatever it's called, a stand for the camera, because I didn't invest the money. I always put it on my desk or on such a random spot in my room where I think it would look okay and you can see the guitar properly. And now I will just talk about some accessories like cables. I like summer cables and Adam Hall cables, and I always make sure that they are treated properly, because in the beginning I had some cheap cables and they were breaking quite frequently, like when you don't roll them properly or something. And so just pay attention to what cable you purchase. Don't purchase too cheap cables, because you will not have that much fun with them, and not for a very long time. So another thing are the tools I use. These are for my guitar to set up the truss rod or to determine the position of the humbuckers, whether they are high or low and everything. And I've already done a video how to set up your guitar properly for beginners, so you will see why you need some tools for your guitar, because otherwise at some point your guitar will be not set up correctly anymore, and when you play it's just totally frustrating and uncomfortable. So check this video out if you want. And also here is a tuner, my whammy bar from the Ibanez. It's constantly falling out. I don't know why. It has some kind of defect. Nevertheless, it's an awesome guitar. And now I will talk about the headphones I use. These are Mese headphones, and they are in-ear headphones. They are of aluminium and the tone is huge. I mean, I will also make a review video for these ones because they deserve it. They are so awesome and they have such a clean tone, and if you take a look at them, they are really like, they are looking like they're enduring headphones. When you also buy some cheap ones, you don't have the balance you have to have when you are mixing. And as I don't have enough money for cool headphones like the big ones or even a sound system, and I will bug my family in any way when I have a real sound system, I have chosen these headphones and I can recommend them. So what you can see here are the so-called Jimmy clips. I've already done a video on them too, and these are really useful guitar accessories because you can clip them around the headstock strings or the bridge position and wrap it around the strings, and you will get rid of some ringing noises of the strings. I have explained it more properly in the actual video, so if you follow the link in the preview screen here, you will get much more information about them. And back then I had the black edition of the Jimmy clip, and I'm so happy that the guys have made some custom ones, so it's really cool. So, last thing I will talk about now are the strings and the picks I'm using. For guitar picks, I have such a long process about deciding which picks I should use because they are too thick, they are too big, they are too sharp, they are too round. Maybe if you're playing guitar, you know what I mean. But now I have decided to choose 2 or 3 picks I'm playing constantly. It's from Pick-Boy, the 1.0mm carbon nylon picks, some Dunlop picks, 1.5mm, and also Tortex picks. I don't have any picks of these kind left, so I will just go to the music store and get me some. And the thickness is 1.0mm or 1.14 or 1.5 even. I like all of these Tortex sharp picks. And last but not least, I have also some custom picks, or I had some custom picks because there was a company and it was so awesome. It was like the first sponsorship I've ever gotten, and they have said to me, "Hey, do you want some custom guitar picks?" And I was like, what? I wasn't even that popular or well known on YouTube, and they approached me with this offer, and I was like, okay, this is awesome. So here you see the last remaining pick, and no, I won't do a competition of who is getting this pick because you have to know this is so special for me to have a custom pick, so I'm so egocentric and keep it for me. All the others were gifts to some of my friends who were like, oh, that's so cool, I want one, I want to keep one. So maybe one day I will get a new shipment of these and then I can make a competition for you if you're interested. Yeah. And last thing I will talk about are the strings I use. I use the Dario strings, and you can see here which sets I use. So the 10 to 56 sets for standard tuning, E, B tuning and drop D tuning. Then I have the heavy bottom, light top ones, the purple-ish ones here for drop C tuning, and the 0.13 till 0.56 ones for drop B and drop A tuning. So this was such a long talking video now, and I really hope you've enjoyed this one. And if you have any questions concerning things I do on my channel or anything, or just ideas for another Talking Tuesday video, I would be happy if you could post them in the comments. So I don't know whether I make it to record a new guitar cover on Friday because we've already had this awesome Halloween special with Miss Redhead on Monday. And so I will just maybe see you next week or on Friday, but like always, rock on!